Hello, I'm Elliot and we're going to be having a look at my Expertly app that I created for the Career Foundry. So the goal of this app is to enable users to be connected to experts easily. So whether they have a question about their car or a medical issue, about their pets, they can talk to an expert and get all the information they need. So let's have a look. So for this app, I followed the design thinking system. So let's go for it. So we went through empathize, define, prototype, test, and finalize. And below that, you can see each of the tasks that I did for each of those stages. So we're going to have a look at a few of those that I carried out now. So first thing we did was create a problem statement. A car owner needs a way to get advice on a problem the car is having because they do not trust the quote they've had from a local garage. So we know this to be true when we can see a car owner can get expert advice that they can trust in under 24 hours. So once we achieve that, we know that we successfully solved the problem that we have. So a good thing to do next is see what else is on the market already. So we looked at both Quora and Just Answers. Quora is a bit of a different product, but at the same time it offers the same sort of a solution to the same similar problem. So customers have a question, they need answers. The only thing is anyone can answer on Quora, and you're depending on the community to rank which one's the best, rather than them being qualified necessarily. Then you've got Just Answers, a very similar platform, but it has its problems. The onboarding of the app is a bit confusing and it is quite expensive for the way it works, but it also has a lot of good points. Same with Quora, is free. There are some paid options, but again, it was really good to look at how they'd done things. Moving on, I carried out some interviews with 3 people. That helped me come up with this infinity map, so I could group together some ideas and comments, which led on to the important bit, the insights. So with this, we found out that users are willing to pay for speed and quality. That's basically what the whole app's built around, so that's good. Customers spend a lot of time trying to find out reliable information for free. So as we know, time is money, but people don't like spending money, but they seem to be fine with spending time at the same time. But we're trying to convince them that it's worth spending the money to get that fast, reliable information. Multimedia is important, so more and more people are used to looking at videos and photos, so it was always important to make sure we supported that. We also found out that users are open to their questions and information being shared, so if they remove their name and anonymize it, then they're even more comfortable with the question and answers being made public for others to search, which is something that the app looks to include later down the line. And it's critical that if people are paying money, it's good quality, because there's information of low quality already out there, but we need to make sure it's of high quality. Moving on, user personas. We created 2 to cover the range of users that we have. We've got Lucy, 25, a nurse, and John, 67, a retired boilermaker. This helped us just to keep in mind sort of people we're aiming at while we're designing this. And then we moved on to make journey maps and flows, and this really started to iron out the structure of the app, using the user flows and everything, and that helped us to pinpoint the information architecture. So using a card sort with a set of pages I'd already designed, we got the sitemap finalized here. A few changes were made later on, but that was pretty much what it was settled on. Then we moved on to drawing out wireframes, did a bunch of wireframes before I got to the set that I was happy with, and then moved through to higher quality, so we went to digital. Then that digital wireframes were made into a basic prototype that could be tested with some users. Doing the usability testing, we found a few issues that we could then solve, improve. We gave some useful insights, such as how the review system is very complicated. It's a bit deep in the menu, so that could be brought and put into the message system that the users will already be familiar with using to make it less confusing for them. And then just made improvements up in the fidelity, applying grids and Gestalt principles to really start polishing it up. Following on that, used peer review, and that really helped just point out some things that I hadn't realized, and helped to improve the app. So now let's have a look at the questions. First question: Have you ever given feedback on someone else's design before? Have you ever received feedback on your own design? So yes, as part of this course, as I was just mentioning, I received feedback from other members of the Career Foundry, other students, and I also gave them feedback. This was really useful, both seeing other people's work and getting feedback on mine. I think it helps bring everybody up, improves both my work and their work. Getting ideas off each other is a really important part of the process. Next one: how would your teammates describe you professionally? I think they'd describe me as reliable, happy to take charge if needed, to get tasks done, always on time, always early, do what's needed. The next question: tell me about a difficult project you overcame a challenge. So this UX project had a lot of challenges, from learning new software like Adobe XD, finding the time, keeping motivation, keep it going, working by yourself, even with the support of the tutor and everything, and the mentor. It can still be very challenging. And finally, think of a question you could ask the interviewer. For instance, this could be something about their organization, culture, flow, or a more specific product question. I always like to find out what are they really excited about to be working on right now, because I would like, you can feel their passion about what they're working on right now, and then ask follow-up questions about what it is that they're excited to be working on. And then you find out so much information about what's going on at the company at the moment. Thank you for watching.